Hello and welcome to another episode of Race Talk F1 with your boy Jay Knox.
And your boy Javier.
And we are traveling around the world via this podcast, following each and every one of the 24 races in this 2025 Formula One season. And this week was all about the Hungarian.
And Ferrari were hungry to make a point this weekend.
For some kind of something in Hungary. In Budapest, to be specific, round 14 of this Formula One season and the 40th Hungarian Grand Prix.
Nice.
Where did you watch qualifying?
So I watched that at home.
Where did you watch the race?
At home. On the sofa.
You had a chilled one.
I love it, man.
Your thing was nice.
Sometimes I think if you're not at track, just sit on the sofa.
Super live, yeah?
Yeah, super live.
Yeah,
super live.
I like that.
You?
I like that. Me? All right, so Saturday. What was on Saturday? Saturday was I was at a cycling event hosting a thing in Dulwich Park. So I was catching up on qualifying on Saturday night, which was all good.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I was at Reggae Land in
Nice.
Milton Keyes.
And how was that?
I was watching like Movado and them man there, Tanya Griffiths and
wicked.
Tanya Stevens and Marcia Griffiths, all of that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I was very,
Love that.
and there was no reception.
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
notifications, bits and pieces started to come through. The WhatsApp groups were popping.
Mm-hmm.
Then I thought, you know what, this is long. Silenced everything. Boom. Thought I'm gonna try and avoid this, and it's so nice when you can avoid it all and then catch up on everything, not knowing the result.
Yeah.
So that was me. I dodged everything, and then on the way back from Milton Keynes, it was just in the car catching up on Love Island.
Final tonight.
and the Formula
What a
One.
combination from J Knox to the world. Love Island and F1. Who would have thought it, right?
What people must think of me right now. I ain't even a fan like that, but it just you get me. It's the company I keep. I blame it on the company.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all good. It was good to watch and good to see like the build up without knowing the result. So special, man. And I was like really, really looking forward to seeing like how this panned out, because we've had a race last week. We had a few weeks gap, and now it's going to be the summer break. It was like this race feels quite important.
Yes.
Momentum.
It is. It's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to go on a 3-week hiatus and you've just ended it on a bad note. Like you feel like you just go into the summer break on negative vibes in your head for weeks.
All of that. It's long. It's not a good way to go out. But for that reason, I thought this is an important race. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's one of them races. It's been on the calendar. Like I said, 40 races there. It's been on the calendar. I remember from when I first started watching Grand Prix. It's one of them like races that kind of stand out as like it's just there. It's a staple. You know what I mean? And here we go. So it was qualifying, and it was. Do you think it was a spicy qualifying? I don't think it was super spicy.
I wouldn't say it was super spicy. I thought practice was more
Go
spicy.
on. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. I'm jumping the gun.
But not the actual practice session, more after the practice session when Lewis Hamilton was on the main stage of Hungary in the entertainment section, and he was throwing out some hats
Signed
for
hats.
the fans, signed hats to the fans. So they're sort of laid out in different locations on the stage, and he kind of goes from location to location, picks up 5, dashes them out to the real fans, should we say. The ones with not so much money that get the VIP access and blah, blah, blah. The real fans, the one that they're camping, them fans. So he's throwing out hats now, and he's sort of walking across the stage. And then there's one what would you say, super fan? I don't know what you call him, a VIP fan.
Just a cheeky don.
A cheeky don with a bag of money that had some VIP access. And he reaches his hand and he takes a hat and puts it on his head.
Helps himself.
Lewis sees it, pays it no attention for about 5 seconds.
Keeps giving out hats, innit? He just carries on.
Then he walks over, takes the hat off my man's head and dashes it into the crowd.
He's like, he doesn't know what's going on. He can't believe it.
He couldn't believe that Lewis has got that dog in him. And I'm like, this is what I want to see from Lewis. I've been like, on all the sort of negativity that's been going on with Lewis recently, kind of questioning his mentality. And he comes and just rips a hat off a fan's head and dashes it out. I was like, he means business.
Yeah, we don't do that around here.
He means business this weekend. I was like, I didn't know he still had that kind of that dog in him. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was a bit reserved, but he's a bit of a gangster.
No. He don't play that, which is nice. Like, it's nice to see. That's how he lives, and that's how he drives.
Yeah.
And that's how he races.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was post practice.
No, it's post-practice.
Practice. It just looked like
Practice.
McLaren.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just look McLaren, really and truly, innit?
Pretty much.
Which is why, like I said, it weren't super spicy, but very, very unexpected results, I thought. Exciting results, because it was a little bit like not what we were expecting. And I feel like it was just gonna be McLaren until the weather changed. So we had Q1, right? And in Q1, I think we had Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, man. It's still not going well for him out in Q1.
It's not. And I just feel for him at this point, because you just wonder what's going on in his head, right?
Oh.
Like, do you think he's given up? Like, he knows there's just nothing he can do to sort of make it better now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what must be going through his mind.
No summer break is saving this, I'll be honest. It's just, he's just got to ride this out to the end of the season and hope that he is allowed to stay on next year.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of that in him. It probably in his head a little bit now as well. You've got the contrast, stark contrast, yeah? P3 in Q1 from Hajar.
Yeah.
Boy,
yeah.
Rookie of the year. Title's coming back again.
He's rookie of the year. I don't care what anybody says. He's rookie of the year.
This is mad, bro. But what a stark contrast, man.
It is.
It's a scary contrast. One thing we didn't mention is, like, I banged on about this last week, I said, because I compared it to football. Said Gibbs White was talked about going to Spurs. So, all the hype, rare. Boom. New contract.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest, aka Snitch FC, right? But at the same time, I was saying maybe they're going to gas up all this. Oh, you know what? Max could be going to Mercedes, and then boom, new contract. I said that.
Yeah.
2 twos.
Yeah.
New contract. Commits to 2026 at Red Bull.
Yeah.
Go on, Max.
Yeah. Was there ever any doubt?
Yes, there was, bro. Yes, there was. Listen, don't you remember all the little trackers? Oh, Max's plane and Toto's yacht is in the same place.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was plane or yacht, and he was seen, and Toto's seen with a briefcase getting onto Max's plane. It's like that. The theorists were out.
Yeah, they were.
And everyone was saying this could be something. Maybe this is the change. And I think this may be what Antonelli, more than anybody else, needed, and George to an extent, but it feels like what Antonelli needed to know that Max, a 4-time world champion, ain't coming for his seat.
Yeah. It's a massive. But going on to his 3-week holiday now, it's like, boy, he can relax now, innit?
He's actually
he can spend some money as well, because he knows he ain't got to save for next year.
Actually going to enjoy it.
But I think he still needs to be careful, though.
He does need to be careful, and he had a tough race this weekend, which we'll get into. But yeah, Yuki Tsunoda was out. In Q2, we had Behrman, Colapinto, Kimi Antonelli, along with Carlos Sainz, and Lewis Hamilton, all out in Q2. This is the first time, I think, is it ever, that Lewis has been out on pure pace in Q2, or not made it to Q3 at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Like,
wild.
Lewis has had 9 poles here.
Whilst in practice, you and your teammate came 3rd and 4th in practice 3.
Crazy.
It's a wild statement. And it was kind of the Lewis Hamilton weekend, really. It was a Ferrari weekend, but the Lewis Hamilton weekend, boy. You just slow.
Weekend to forget.
Lewis just didn't get on with the car.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when you've got Charles where he was.
So this was the thing, Q3. It was a weird one because Verstappen, worst qualifying of the season.
Yeah.
P8.
Yeah.
And there was a point.
Missing Christian.
Bro, maybe. There was a point where he was watching, and he was on outlap, and it was like, ooh, because Charles was on provisional for pole. Like, he had that first place, but you just expected it to drop. Especially, you know what Max is like. We were there at Silverstone, where, you know what, like you said, stone cold focus, boom, does his lap, puts it on pole.
Yeah.
He pulls it out the bag, except this weekend he didn't. So now you've got Lewis in P12, you got Max P8, Charles on pole.
Great drive.
I mean, this is
great drive.
This is mad at this point.
Hungry to prove a point.
Hungry to prove a point in Budapest. And then you've got the 2 McLarens, like in 2nd and 3rd.
Oscar and Lando, yeah.
And that was. I mean, we'll come back to them. But all of those results in Q1 were like, sorry, Q3 were like, this is mad. Because it felt like a Q1.
Bro, yeah, it was mad.
Talking about Alonso and Stroll.
Alonso 5th and 6th, like, Alonso and Stroll. Like, where did Aston Martin come from?
and it's beautiful to see the cars qualifying together. You know what I'm on.
Yeah.
Like, I like to see that. And that tells us something about the Aston. I mean, there was talk that with the low speed corners and stuff, it's just a track that suits Aston. And you got the two drivers, you know, Alonso leading the line.
Yeah.
It's Alonso and Stroll. Like, what an incredible qualifying from them.
Yeah, it was stellar. It's Newey effect, right? Maybe he's making some changes.
Now they're saying that, you know, he's concentrating on 2026, but he's making changes.
He's not trying to lose this year.
He's involved.
Even if it's small little tinkers, you probably introducing a new 3 centimeter bolt, bruv. that's giving them 0.05 seconds.
Yeah, and it's about them small, tiny, marginal gains in Formula One, which we know. So it's happening.
You got to put some respect on Stroll's name because he gets a lot of banter, but I swear this year he's been pulling out some decent results.
Yeah,
every now and again, right?
Absolutely.
A bit more consistent.
Another big rookie in the game. He won F3 in his first year. He won F2 in his first year. And here he is in F1, Gabriel Bortoleto.
Yeah, man, stellar performance, 7th place. Qualifying 7th in a kick. Again, Minecraft vehicle.
Of Max Verstappen.
Ahead of Max.
What's going on, bruv?
And ahead of his teammate Nico.
Yeah.
It's wild, bro. Nico can't qualify to save his life. I don't even know what it is.
Hülkenberg.
He can't qualify to save his life, man.
Good racer, though.
Good racer. He's great in races, but just qualifying, like, he just can't do it. And I think Bortoleto, he's got an uncanny ability to just pull out like the 1 lap fast.
Yeah.
Things like he every week he's qualifying high, right?
And that's what it comes down to. I think like the ability is it just comes through.
It's crazy talent.
The class just comes through. This is what we talk about with Oscar and Lando when they go head to head. It's like, has Oscar just got that bit more of just natural ability? It's a question, like, because you just see sometimes the flawlessness in some of the moves, and you just think, I don't know if you can learn that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think he's definitely got natural ability in it. He's born to race, I think.
Yeah.
He's definitely born to race.
And we saw it this weekend. So the race started, right? So now we got Charles on pole. And when we were coming into this race, what did you expect? What did you think was likely to happen, knowing that Charles was on pole and this Ferrari looked quick? And let's mention, in Q3, I think it rained a little bit at the end of Q2.
Yeah.
And then it was really cloudy. They're saying that the tarmac temperature of the track was just way lower than in like Q1.
Yeah.
So it was just different conditions, and it seems like the Ferrari thrived. And come race day, they were saying it was like the coolest it's been all weekend.
Yeah.
So I was going into this thinking, this could be a real Ferrari weekend. I say Ferrari weekend, a Charles weekend.
Yeah.
Because let's just mention them interviews, the post-qualifying interviews from Lewis, these are heartbreaking. It don't matter whether you like him or hate him. This is just heartbreaking watching him broken like that.
I'm vexed. I'm vexed with him, I'll be honest. Like, it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, I'm like, you are Sir Lewis Hamilton. You're an 8-time world champion. Like, he's so many people's role models, you know? Like, young black boy in Formula One, he's the reason so many of us have got into the sport. I don't ever want to hear, Lewis, I never want to hear you call yourself useless.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Man,
like,
said an 8-time world champion, you know what
come
I'm saying?
on. And for me to say that, it's a big thing. But it's like, Lewis, if you're not going to retire, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
like,
I hear it.
Retire, or you tell the media, I'm going to fix it and I'll be back. I don't want to hear that negative energy, because like, you looking at that's your role model and your role model's going, oh, I'm useless. Right, fix up.
It's like what I was saying last week, innit? It comes with the job. You have to do the interviews. You have to do the press. You have to do the driver's parade. And you have to look more positive than that, man.
And I understand, like, he's showing the vulnerable side, and that's cool. And I respect it, because that's how he's feeling, right? And there's obviously way more going on in the background at Ferrari.
He mentioned something about that, didn't he? He said there's a lot going on in the background, but you get the feeling he's not allowed to say anything.
He's got an NDA, bro.
Or it's just bad to say anything because
it just makes the situation worse.
Yeah, but he's talking about maybe you need to change the driver. Do you think slyly he actually wants out of Ferrari?
think there's other ways of going about it if you do.
I hear it.
Like, I just don't think it's the best. I think he probably does want out of Ferrari. I think he regrets going there.
I just don't know, because he also says in an interview at the end of last week, I believe in the team. Like, but is that him just trying to G up a team that he's not been getting on with? I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows, right? I feel like we're all trying to be psychiatrists this week, right? Everyone's like micro-analysing every little thing Lewis has said. I think there's an announcement that Lewis is making on the 8th of August as well. That's been spoken about. And everyone's like, oh, what's this announcement? Every little thing everyone's analysing, and like,
and he's like,
unless you're Lewis, you're just not going to know with it.
Yeah, no, it's one of them ones. You do want to see him have that fire in his belly. Yeah. And the thing is, we saw it, like you said, when my man teethed the hat. Yeah. He was onto him.
This is what I'm saying.
He's got it.
That's the Lewis energy I wanted to see.
Yeah, that's what
I want to see, Lewis.
That's what we want to see from you, Lewis.
So what do you think his announcement is on the 8th then?
I think it's going to be something to do with +44. I reckon it's going to be like new merch or like a new program or something outside of F1, I reckon.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or big transfer news.
No, yeah, I can't see that one happening. But
Fred Vasseur's confirmed as well for a little bit longer with Ferrari, and that for me is probably something to do with Lewis saying, yeah, he's the guy. But maybe it's just not the team, the full team. Maybe there's still work to be done there.
You saw it the whole weekend, man. The thing needs a rebuild from top to bottom.
Does it? It got put on pole.
The team needs a rebuild from top to bottom. I think the whole thing needs throwing away and starting again.
Well, you're going to get that next year.
You reckon?
Well, 2026.
But the team will be the same.
The team will be the same.
And according to George Russell, Ferrari's car's a bit broken. So who knows what they're going to produce next year?
Yeah, to be fair, like during this race, like let's get back into the race. Like Charles drove a great race to the best of his ability. He got off on pole, right? And he held that first place.
Yeah.
It was techie with them McLarens swinging and swaying behind him.
Yeah.
It was all papaya in both of his wing mirrors. This is nuts.
Yeah.
Now, Lando got off to a brilliant start. It was like he was attacking at the beginning. 2-2s, he was in 5th. I said, what is going on here? Is this Lando doing Lando things?
Yeah.
Or did he get boxed in? And it turns out he got boxed in.
Yeah.
Because Lando has been showing class.
He has, yeah. It means he won the last few races, right? He's been amazing.
He's been showing class. But you just wonder, you think, has he made a mistake? Like Oscar, we thought he was going to dive down and make grab that position just with the pace of the McLaren.
Yeah.
He couldn't.
I thought he was going to.
Charles defended well, and he drove that car, and he drove it to the best of the ability.
He did. And it's a crazy stat. So none of the last 4 Hungary Grand Prix have been won by the driver on pole position.
Crazy
so
stats.
I thought, early on he was going to get overtaken. And when I've seen him hold the lead, and I think he at one point was 4 or 5 seconds ahead of everyone.
Well, I was like, within the first lap, he was 1.1 seconds ahead. I said, wow. So when DRS got enabled, he was out.
Yeah.
Out. He was off. I loved it.
And it was like, he drove so fast, man. You haven't seen that this year from him.
No.
And I was like, wow.
What I've seen from the Ferraris is that they seem to come alive more towards the end of the race.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
It feels like maybe lighter fuel load or whatever it is, but that's when they seem to really come alive. But he was alive from the beginning.
Storming everyone. Like, no one could get close to him.
It was exciting. And I thought it was going to be all about that. Then it came down to strategy. It was Piastri behind him, and it was all about undercut, overcut. All of this talk started to come in. It was like, right, okay, cool. And it was like, box now to come out and make sure that we beat Leclerc.
Yeah.
And Oscar came into the pits. He was, He was at 2.5 seconds behind at this point. Yeah. And it weren't enough. Ferrari responded, bow. Executed perfectly, bow.
Yep.
Team did what they needed to do, bow.
Yeah.
Charles remained ahead of Oscar.
You were just like, he's going to do it.
He's going to do it.
He's going to do it. Like the confidence he had, the lap times he was putting in, he was going to do it.
The 2 second.
There's no reason why he shouldn't have won it at that point. If you take the performance and how the car was going, there is no reason why he shouldn't have won it.
Yeah. And then obviously later on we got into the same situation, but Oscar was 1.5 seconds behind him.
Yeah.
And it was like, we're going to do the same thing again. Boom. Ferrari responded. They brought in Charles immediately.
Yeah.
Like it was strategy-wise, perfection from Ferrari in what they were doing at this point and how they reacted. I tell you what I thought was also good, if we're going to talk about strategy, is Lando, right? So Lando's dropped to 5th. Now he's got to come up and do something differently. And McLaren last season, for me, dropped the ball constantly on strategy.
Yeah.
They have so nailed it now.
But they've nailed it. But if you're Oscar, you're fuming because it's, the last 2 races in a row, your teammate's been put on a different strategy and he's come out on top.
Yeah, but you can't be mad if you're Oscar this time around, because this was a reactive strategy. And this is what I like. This is what I rated about it. They looked at the situation for, we got to do something. Orlando thought, I've got to do something. But they never counted on being in 5th on lap 1.
Yeah.
That weren't in the.
So you don't think in the data they should have seen that a 1 stop was possible? You know, they kept on saying, we don't think it's possible throughout the race, and then let's just put Lando on it.
Yeah, do you know what? I think that the stats can only tell them so much.
Yeah, okay.
When it gets to that race, it's only the driver that can really tell them really and truly. Because I didn't think that strategy was going to work, even when they were talking about it. It was like, we was on lap 30 something, or 70.
Yeah.
It's talking about, I think, can you get to the end on these tyres? They asked Max at one point. Max was 5th.
Yeah.
And they were like, I think we're just going to leave you out there if we can, Max. And he was like, boy.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Next thing you know, he was in the pits.
Yeah. He wanted no part of it. So, yeah, fair play.
So, strategy-wise, I thought Ferrari did their thing, but then Charles just started to drop off.
Yeah, and he was fuming.
He was fuming.
I've seen him fuming, but not like this.
These radio messages were long as well. He was like, he was talking a lot.
It's like when you got like someone that's mad at you and you get like a 3-minute VN on WhatsApp. It was like that, bro.
Yeah, all of that.
It was like that.
We need to, are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? Are we not going to, we need to look at doing this. We need to not do this the next race. It was bare of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was mad. He was like, you should have listened to me. I would have come up with a solution for this. Very cryptic. Very, everything was very cryptic. But he was vexed. And it was almost like we could read in between the lines. It's like, they've made a decision here that he's not happy with, and they've messed up his race. Yeah,
and he was saying, we'd be lucky if we finish on the podium, and he didn't finish on the podium.
It's mad how much of, like you're saying, when only the drivers can tell, like when they're out there, what it's really like. He knew immediately that, I'm not finishing. Yeah,
there was a moment in it, and I don't know what it was. It's like a turning point. Like I said, it usually goes the other way.
Yeah.
It's usually the car comes into its own in these Ferraris, and then this time around it was like, nah, it's not happening.
Yeah.
And he just knew, like you said, and that was it. It was just like, this is not going to happen. And he was just ranting at that point.
Yeah,
he was
going at it, man. But George Russell said that he thinks they've got a broken car and that they've got floor issues where they've set the ride height to a certain height, and he had to protect the floor going forward, which is why he had to drive like completely differently. Don't know how true it is. That's George's
Engineer George.
Mate, all I keep seeing is memes about George being Woody from Toy Story, and it's absolutely I can't not see it no more.
Can't unsee it. Listen, George is another one that once again we didn't see much of him.
Bro, does nothing, gets podium.
It's just mad. Like, it was all about that pole sitter to not even finish on the podium is major. We heard that he had some chassis issue. Like, that's what we heard afterwards. So there was something up with the car, but he was still saying afterwards, we need to work on it to make sure it doesn't happen again. So for me, it sounded avoidable, bro.
Yeah. Agree.
It's not good.
It's not good. And that's why it was just the Ferrari show this weekend, I think. Like,
Ferrari non-show.
I feel like the McLaren win has been completely overshadowed by the whole Ferrari fiasco. Like the Lewis fiasco and the Ferrari fiasco. It's just been no one cares about anything else that's happened apart from the Ferrari drama, I think. And they need to fix up or just go back to selling merch to uncles. Like,
it feels like people just expect McLaren to win. So McLaren 1-2 is not big news anymore. That's what we're talking about here. But we just expected to see Ferrari on the podium at least, and to see Mercedes getting there. This is interesting, especially from a constructor's perspective as well.
100%.
Because obviously Ferrari have been holding that second position, but Mercedes coming through like this. Having said that, Kimi. Let's talk about Kimi, because he just didn't seem to have a good weekend, man.
He didn't. He ended up coming 10th, though, which weren't too bad. Yeah. So he managed to get in the points, but you qualify bad, and this is what happens to you, right? And you got beat out by Liam Lawson, Bortoletto. Like, it's your counterparts are outdoing you in worse cars, and you can't allow it to happen. And it's how long does Mercedes allow it to continue?
There was a moment where we thought that when Antonelli was getting lapped, and it looked, I think Lando went past him, and I think Ferrari were hoping, Charles had just come out the pits, and I think he was hoping that the Mercedes would hold up the McLarens a little bit. Move straight out the way, let them right through, did him no favors. The strategy and the little games in this thing is mad.
It is bad.
But I think Kimi is one of those people, he's so intelligent. None of that is by accident.
Yeah, it's not.
He knows what he's doing.
Bro, he's a good driver. He's a good driver, and he's got the experience as well, right?
He's got the car as well, right?
And he's got the car.
His car's good.
I think he probably is the driver that needs the 3-week break.
The most.
And I think he can do a lot of resetting in that time. I think he needs it because we've seen him emotional. Like last week, he was crying and everything. So I think he'll come back after the 3-week break. Good, you know.
Yeah, no, nice. I believe that. I think it'll be a nice little reset for him. So yeah, he got into the points. We had an issue with Hulkenberg.
He came 13th, man. I just think in races, he just drives so well.
He drives well, but they done this. He was under investigation for like moving before the signals before
the start.
Yeah, like what was that all about? Because when they showed the replay, didn't really
like he'd done nothing.
Look it.
Yes, I think someone on commentary said that he put the car into gear, and when you put the car into gear, kind of just jolts a little bit forward. It's like, oh, allow it, man. Like, he ain't gone. He's just put his car into gear. Like, what are we doing?
So it weren't when the lights went out. It was like the fourth light or something.
Yeah. It's like, what are we doing in it? Like, he's down, what was it, 19th he started or 18th, wherever he was. It's like, just leave him alone, man. Just leave him alone. And he got, 5-second penalty for that. And it's just like, we've seen worse.
Yeah.
Higher up the grid. So FIA again, like, are we treating different drivers differently? Because we've seen worse. We've definitely seen worse. And I just thought it was a non-event. But yeah, unfortunate for him. But he ended up racing one with that 5-second penalty. If he didn't get that, he might have been looking at way higher position.
Yeah. He's a driver, man.
Yeah.
Talking about penalties and that, Leclerc, when he was losing these positions, like this is when we did see some
His
George.
head was gone.
We only see George, when he's talking on the radio, and he's not even talking to his team. He's talking directly to the FIA.
He is. Like, he is.
The only time we really see George moaning about
and
something.
He talks so quick as well.
Yeah. And he's quoting chapter
Yeah.
of what rule he moved under braking. It was. I was like, yo, cool. We saw what happened, didn't it? Everyone saw what happened. Don't worry. But Charles was moving a bit erratic.
Yeah, still. He was. So it was the first time George tried to do him, moved under braking, blocked him off. Then next lap now, that was where it got crazy. Charles just went, oh, you thought I was moving under braking? I'm going to show you moving under braking. And there's just a clip. He moves his head like that. And he just goes...
Yeah, he just cuts him up.
Bro,
simple.
It's insane.
Just cuts him up, but like still leaves just about a car width.
Yeah.
And George comes through, but George couldn't have stopped either.
He couldn't.
If there's a bit of like a correction, like he straightens back out, and if he didn't do that, George just writes off the
100%.
right side of the car.
They're both out.
Yeah. And I think the mood that Charles was in,
he did not care.
He might have just been like, done this race, man.
I think that's what he was saying, bro. I don't think he cared anymore.
He was in that mood.
Sometimes it's like, if I'm not on the podium, why am I here?
Yeah. And I can't do nothing. I can't race. I can't hold no one off.
My team hates me. They don't listen to me. Like, everyone hates me, so let me give them a reason to hate me. He was just vexed.
George was also onto his team saying, just let me drive. He had one of those days.
Yeah, he did. But let him drive and he gets you podiums.
It's crazy.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely
crazy. Fair play to him. We had more drama as well, right? With Lewis and Max.
Yeah, Max doing an unconventional overtake, like diving down the side of Lewis, forcing Lewis off the track to avoid him and to avoid a collision.
Is that what we're calling it?
Oh, I tell you what were you talking about, like favoritism and like the way people deal with things? Now that's an incident, and they said they're investigating it. So now Max either needs to get cleared or he gets a time penalty, 5 seconds or something like that. It's probably what it was worth, in my opinion.
Okay.
However, They said it will be investigated after the race. Yeah. What are we doing here?
And I'm like, if you're investigating something after the race, it's a non-incident then, innit?
Exactly. So after the race, now both of them have got to go head teacher's office.
Yeah.
And go stand in front of what? Get told off.
Yeah.
You must not drive like that. Like, what's going on here? I've given him a penalty or let it go.
Or just yeah. I agree.
That one confused me.
But I'm happy with the decision they got to, because I think it was a complete non-event.
What was the decision?
So Lewis didn't turn up to go see the headmaster. Yeah, he didn't go. He just went home.
It's on crud. Nah, Lewis don't. That's mad. I didn't know that.
So was it because Lewis was so vexed that he just said, like, oh, I'm not going to this? Like, was it that vexed with Ferrari, or was it just a non-event? So he said, what's the point? And you got the fact that it wouldn't have changed nothing for Lewis anyway. So why am I going? I'm still going to be 13th.
I think there's a bit of that, and maybe just didn't want to stand next to Max. I'm not doing this, innit? Because I'm just like, we're going to do this all over again.
Yeah.
Are we going to do this
like,
all over again?
Protect the peace.
We've been doing this, innit?
Yeah.
Like, we've been doing this. How much worse can it get?
Yeah.
You run me off the track today, innit? Cool.
Are we still calling it that?
Well, if Lewis
I just think Max put his nose in a little bit, and Lewis got scared, and then he just drove himself off the track.
Nah, man.
There was no contact
because he ran off the track. If there was a wall there,
I don't know, man. When I was slowing it down and pausing it like really quickly to see what was going on, there was chances for Lewis to straighten up the car and just go.
If there's a wall there, there's a crash. That's the thing. But there was no wall, there was no crash. There was no event.
Yeah, it was no event. And
it weren't that
I think
deep.
Lewis was just like, I've had enough of this nonsense, man. Just get me home.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have turned up either. I get it. I do get it.
Yeah.
He's saying big fine coming his way now.
Yeah, probably. It's all right. Whatever he announces on the 8th, it will pay for it.
It will pay for that. So overall, we had Lando and Oscar going at it in them last few laps. It was exciting.
Yeah.
Oscar almost lost the nose of his car.
Yeah.
On the back of Lando's. It was tight.
Yeah, it was insane.
To the point.
Second time in like recent races, right?
Yeah.
Almost done it last race.
Third time
now. Yeah. Wow.
In a row, maybe?
In a row, yeah.
And I think this was one of them ones where they had to come across the team radio and just say, just remember how we go racing in it. Not Seckle, just leave the positions as they are, like race. But yo,
we're not taking each other out like
don't
idiots.
do that. And it cut to a clip of everyone in the McLaren garage, and they're all like,
oh my days.
They're all like, they don't know what to do themselves. Difficult one to watch for them, man. Difficult one to watch.
But again, ability of the driver, he didn't take him out. Yeah. And so is it like he knew?
Fortunate, mate. Fortunate.
Is it fortunate or is it skill?
That was fortunate, mate. He locked up. He locked up. That was just fortunate.
He's wearing his lucky charms every race.
I'm telling you. Little break, little cool down, and come back and race again after the summer break.
One person that's not resting is Fernando Alonso. I think he's got a train driver job in him. So there's one point of the race, right? He was like 25 seconds behind whoever was in fourth at the time. And I think there was like 13 cars in the DRS train. So Alonso 25 seconds behind. Everyone else was like 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
And he was leading it.
No one could overtake Alonso.
Yeah.
And he was just leading this train, right? Driving the train forward. And I just thought, it was absolutely hilarious. So there's loads of memes at the moment. They've just put Alonso's head on top of Thomas the Tank Engine.
I see it.
And I thought it's class. So I think Alonso, when he eventually retires, train driver job.
Alonso got his first ever Grand Prix win here, F1 Grand Prix.
Didn't know that.
2003.
Wow.
This is where he won his first, man.
Yeah.
And I think Oscar got his first win here as well, last year this time. So it was one of them ones, man. But it wasn't to be this time. It was for somebody who's been winning. It was all about Lando Norris, started third, dropped to fifth in lap one.
Yep.
Won the race.
Yeah, big Lando. And is championship back in his favour now? Is he the man to beat?
It's about 9 points between them, innit? This is crazy. This is all to play for. This is exciting.
So who's the favourite?
I think it's Lando.
Yeah, momentum's on his side
Lando.
And I think he is McLaren's boy. I think he's getting favoured at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think rightly so, because he's been there so long. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He brought the team up from the mud, and he stuck by them, signed the mad long contract, and they got to repay him.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing that at the moment, and I think it's the right thing to do. I feel for Oscar, but it's Lando's team.
Yeah.
Like, you were never going to take it. It's Lando's team.
And it's not in the same way that Red Bull is Max's team.
No.
It is way more equal than
100%.
that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
So it's a beautiful thing at the same time. I think Oscar has got a great chance because he's driving a great car. And like I said, he's not out of favour.
No, absolutely not.
It's not like driving
absolutely
the second car.
Look at the result. He finished 0.69 seconds behind Lando. That's how close. That's the margins we're talking about, right? Less than a second.
Yeah.
Championship's on, and he's still first.
Yeah.
Like, it's still Oscar's championship, really.
Exciting times, man.
Exciting times. But we've got a long break now, so I don't know what we're going to do with ourselves.
I know. Probably watch some more football.
Probably. We got Community Shield and
all
Conference League qualifiers for us, I guess.
Nah, Europa, mate. Europa. That's it for Race Talk F1. For this week, we'll be back for round 15 after the summer break. But for now, please make sure you like, follow, subscribe on all the socials. Hope you lot are loving the clips. Make sure you're following on TikTok, on Instagram, all of that good stuff at Race Talk F1. But I've been J Knox to the world.
And I've been Javier, your boy.
Till next time, peace.